Om. 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 Sri Sai Ishwaraya Namaha. Harihi Om. Offering our collective love at the divine lotus feet of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Loving Sai Rams to one and all. Last module, we looked at the mother sounds or the aksharas, as in the 14 vowels, and how they are produced at different parts of the mouth without using the tongue, and the 28 consonants that are also produced at the same place, aided by the voice, the tongue, and also the lips. Today, in this module, we will study another important aspect of the sound of Veda mantras, as in continuity of chanting a mantra and not breaking the linkages either between the words or within the words. One important aspect of this continuity is associated with what is called as Anuswara or Bindu, or the dot which is put on the top of a letter in Devanagari script, and in the IAST script it is indicated with the M with a dot on top of it, and it is also indicated in Devanagari as the moon with a dot in the center, as we know it in the Omkaram. Now this sound associated with is purely nasal. When a word ends with this M with a dot on it and is followed by a consonant, the sound is then produced at the same place where that particular consonant is also pronounced. For example, if the word ends with a M with a dot on it and is followed by with a word with a guttural, the sound will come through the nose instead of the mouth, nga. And if it is the palatal, it will be nya, nya. If it is the cerebral, it will be na, na. The next sound is na, which is produced at the dental, and the sound will come through the nose, na. And with the lips, it would be ma. So, for example, if a word ending with the Anuswaram M meets another word starting with a K or a Ga, the resulting sound will be Ng, Ng. Let's look at the words from Rudram. Esham Kinchanamamat becomes Eshang Kinchanamamat. Eshang Kinchanamamat. Similarly, Sivam Giritra Tam Kuru becomes Shivang Giritratam Kuru. It's important to note that we should not split between the Shivang Giritra and also Tan Kuru. So if you do that, then you are breaking the linkage. Yamishungirishanta, Yamishungirishanta, Utainangopa, Utainangopa. As we look at now the sounds associated with the palatals, again, when the Anuswara M with a dot on top of it meets a ch, it will be sounding as incha, and similarly nja. So an example of this in the Rudram again, it is written as pramumcha, but it is sounds as pramuncha. pramuncha, naktancharadbhya, naktancharadbhya, adhitancha. So several examples in Rudram where there will be repetition of words that begin with cha but preceded by the sound nya, which will sound like adhitancha. Now let's look at a word that starts with a ja preceded by the anuswara. Purushanjagat, Purushanjagat. When M meets with t, th, d, dh, then that M sound will translate into na. Neelakanthaya, Neelakanthaya. Ganapati, Ganapati. Chandakodanda. Now, next sound that comes is the na sound. When we say again M meets with th, it is nta, nta. So now please pay attention to Bahubhyantava, Gananantva. It is not Gananamtva, Gananantva. Vijandhanuhu, Vijandhanuhu. As we move to the labials, we will see the examples of p, p, b, bh, and the sound is the labial, nasal is m. So plus p becomes umb. In the second Anuvakam of Rudram, there are several examples where the Pashunam Pataye, you should not split there, Pashunam Pataye, should not say Pashunam Pataye, it is Pashunam Pataye, Nam Pataye. Shivam Babhuva, Shivam Babhuva, Shalyanam Mukha, Shalyanam Mukha. Now there is also sounds associated with the semi-ovals for the nasals. When the sound again meets the semi-oval y, then the m should sound like I. Garta sadayuvanam, Garta sadayuvanam, Triambakanya jamahe, Triambakanya jamahe. Another semi-oval is the la that is pronounced at the dental. And when again Anuswaram meets the word with starting with a L, the previous one should end with L, not M. Vaishnavil Loka, Vaishnavil Loka. And last one is the V sound. When a word is starting with V but is preceded by the Anuswara will be pronounced as U. Utainau Vishwa, Utainau Vishwa, Shuklambaradharau Vishnum. Now there are times when the complete Anuswara is chanted. For example, in Om itself, Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Similarly, for other Bijaksharas that end with the Anuswaram, Gam Ganapataye Namaha. When there is Anuswaram in the center of a word that is followed by complex consonants such as Gnya or Gna, then full Anuswaram has to be pronounced. Samjnanam. In the Krishna Yajurveda, Taittiriya Shakha, from which the Sri Rudram is taken, there are sounds that would have gum. When the Anuswara, like an M or an N, is preceded by a long vowel and a sibilant, like here is the case, Banavan Uta. Now in this example, Va is long vowel. U is a short vowel. Therefore, it turns into Banavagum Uta. Similarly, in this example of Eche Mam Rudra becomes Eche Magum Rudra, Imam Rudraya. Another example, you see, Imagum Rudraya. Another sibilant Sa, Teshagum Sahasra. Ganapati Gum Havamahe. So the other examples are with words with G or Gu sounds. These are produced when a long vowel is followed by the Anuswara, but the next word starts with a sibilant followed by a consonant or a semiconsonant. In this example, Kalpa Tam Shrotram. A is long vowel, is Anuswaram, Sha is a sibilant, Ra is a consonant. Therefore, Kalpatam Shrotram becomes Kalpatagushrotram. And other examples where the G sound is produced is when a short vowel is followed by Anuswara, but there is a sibilant in the next word, and again a consonant or a semi-consonant. Sarvalingam sthapayati becomes Sarvalingaggasthapayati. Vayagushyama, short vowel followed by the sibilant followed by another semi-consonant. So in summary, today we looked at various consonants, the nasals, how they're produced at the same places where their respective consonants are chanted, as in nga, nya, na, na, ma, and how the semi-vowels ya will sound like I, la will be emphasized L, and va will have a U associated with it. And we also looked at the sibilants, how in Yajurveda, the sibilants, especially in Krishna Yajurveda, will produce the sounds gum, g, and g. And the Anuswaram is pronounced pure when associated with the Bijaksharas like Om, Hrim, Klim. And then in the next module, we will look at another critical aspect of Veda chanting for continuity called Visarga, or the aha sound, as in Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti